There are only 3 days left. 3 days left until arguably the most important FOMC event of this cycle. In 3 days' time, we're going to understand from Fed Chair Powell if we can kickstart altcoin season, if we can go into the more muted banana season, but still very profitable altcoin season in Q4 in September or potentially later. And in this video, I want to talk to you about the CME Fed Watch probabilities. I want to talk to you about altcoin season. I want to talk to you about the Bitcoin CME futures gap. So if those topics sound interesting to you, make sure to watch until the end, make sure to destroy the likes, and let's get into the FOMC, talk a little bit about that, and we'll get into the Bitcoin analysis right after. I was just watching the Turkey-Germany match, the basketball, the EuroLeague, the European finals. Sadly, we lost. It is what it is. Hopefully, we will win with the Fed Watch and get that 3.6% chance of a 50 basis point cut. If we get that 50 basis point cut, I think it will result in a tremendous upwards price trajectory for altcoins. But sadly, 96.4% is no small percentage. It's no small probability. It's a very big majority. And with that 96.4%, we can expect a 25 basis point cut. Now, I would love if we can get that 50 basis points, because in my opinion, if a 50 basis point cut was to be introduced on Wednesday, the ignition, the start of altcoin season could very much begin in September. If it's a 25 basis point cut, my personal opinion is that the result on Bitcoin's price action, the result on the altcoin market is either going to be neutral or it's going to be negative, since every single person has been expecting, has been wanting, has been needing at least a 25 basis point cut. So as that arrives into the market, my personal prediction is it's going to be either a neutral or a sell the news event. I could be wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong because I'm net long in my positionings, but that is my personal speculation. If there's going to be an event where they decide to cut by 50 basis points and that 3.6% chance is used into the market, I think it could very much trigger altcoin season. It's going to be a volatile 3 days. FOMC specifically is going to be super volatile. I'm actually not so concerned about the interest rate decision. What I'm more concerned about is if they're going to stop quantitative tightening and begin quantitative easing. If you don't know what those two words mean, in essence, it just means that quantitative tightening is when the Fed reduces its balance sheets, where it has less and less assets, and then quantitative easing is when the Fed, the central bank of the United States of America, starts to buy up assets. Global liquidity, which is the singular thing that Bitcoin could very much be moving with instead of Bitcoin cycles, that's the theory. Liquidity is made up 80% from central bank balance sheets. So if the Fed can now stop reducing its assets and now start to add assets to its balance sheets, that sort of statement that QT's ending, QE's beginning could be very good. I think it would be amazing. And it's all going to be dependent on how Fed Chair Powell is going to be speaking during the FOMC press conference. But I need to give you the disclaimer, like all of these things are so speculative. You saw how dovish he was in Jackson Hole, but 2 weeks before that he was incredibly hawkish. All of my eyes are on this FOMC meeting. It's going to be very, very definitive on trend, and we'll just have to find out all together on Wednesday. How are my positionings? Altcoins, they saw a small drop today. Regardless, I bought more altcoins. I bought more Dogecoin, I bought more AVAX. I'm very bullish on Doge, very bullish on AVAX. You guys know that. We did some detailed TA a few days ago. Maybe I can do that tomorrow as well with you, but I bought more altcoins this morning when I saw that drop. We have a CME gap. The CME gap for Bitcoin is towards the upside. If we quickly check out the CME chart, 17,265 is the CME gap. Current price action is 15,684. So CME gap is to the upside. The CME futures market opens in 2 days, in 2 hours time. I would expect that CME gap to be filled to the upside. And for any sort of bullish continuation, I would be focusing on the 4-hourly time frame. So 4-hourly time frame, daily time frame, both important. I want to see Bitcoin break above 17.5, just over that CME gap, to reaffirm bullishness. I'm net long with my altcoins, I'm net long with Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin goes above 17.5, then all of my Bitcoin positions will become profitable once more. So with that said, guys, that's just my quick update. 3 days left. Very important. That third day, that Wednesday, is going to be super, super important. And we're going to be documenting every step of the way on this channel and on the Moonshow channel. Guys and girls, take care, and I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.